We need to step back and take a big picture look at, hey, what's going on with African American or black head coaches throughout college football? Why aren't we creating the next Tony Dungy's? Why has it been so long since a black coach has won a Super Bowl? Why aren't we building on the success of the previous generations? Things seem to be going the opposite direction. We got, in my view, two great coaches out there, in my view. And I'm going to really irritate people and not put Mike Tomlin in this category of great coaches. I actually think if I had to choose right now, the best black coach in the National Football League is Todd Bowles in Tampa. And yeah, they're 5-1, and I believe Pittsburgh is 4-1. Pittsburgh's atop its division. Tampa's atop its division. But I actually think Todd Bowles right now is the better coach than Mike Tomlin. And I understand Tomlin's got a Super Bowl, and he's never had a losing season, and he's appeared in another Super Bowl. But it's been a long time for Mike Tomlin. And right now, as I look at Todd Bowles, and this Todd Bowles 2 years ago, I was skeptical of. But I'm not anymore. I love what Todd Bowles has going on in Tampa. And when I look at him, he best reflects the coaches. And I'm going to get here early. I was going to do this in the NFL Truths, but I want the clip of Todd Bowles talking about being a black coach. This was a couple years ago when they tried to play this black coach card on Todd Bowles, and here's what he had to say.
You and Mike Tomlin are two of the few black head coaches in the league. I wonder what your relationship is like with them and your thoughts on Steve Wilks joining that fold.
I have a very good relationship with Tomlin. We don't look at what color we are when we coach against each other. We just know each other. I have a lot of very good white friends that coach in this league as well, and I don't think it's a big deal as far as us coaching against each other. I think it's normal. Wilkes got an opportunity to do a good job. Hopefully he does it. And we coach ball. We don't look at color.
But you also understand that representation matters too, right? And that when young aspiring coaches or even football players, they see you guys, they see someone that looks like them, maybe grew up like them, that has to mean something.
Well, when you say you see you guys and look like them and grow up like them, it means that we're oddballs to begin with. And I think the minute you guys stop making a big deal about it, everybody else will as well.
That's Todd Bowles. And it's that mentality that Todd Bowles has is why he's having so much success. And yes, I am going to root for Todd Bowles and Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield this season because Todd Bowles is the model that black coaches need. Rather than reaching for excuses, rather than blaming racism, rather than saying, hey, I didn't get this chance or I didn't get that chance, we need to cut all that out. We need to be asking legitimate, hard questions. Hey, what are we doing? What's the process? What environment have we put black coaches in where they can't seem to achieve at the level of their white counterparts and can't seem to achieve at the level all the opportunities being granted them warrants? And that sounds crazy because the media has convinced you that, they just can't get the opportunities. And if they had all the coaching opportunities, if they coached all 32 NFL teams, then you'd see just how great they are. If they coached all the Division I, Power 5, Power 4 conference teams, then you'd see just how good they would be. But I'm looking at the opportunities James Franklin had for 12 years at Penn State, a powerhouse program. A team with as good a roster the last few years as anybody in college football. They've underachieved. I'm looking at the opportunity Kevin Sumlin had at Texas A&M. Texas A&M is in the national title hunt right now. Kevin Sumlin had a chance to do the exact. Had Johnny Manziel. Had great players at Texas A&M. Charlie Strong had the head coaching job at Texas. Sharon Moore has the head coaching job right now in Michigan, and it's not going that great. The best black coach in college football right now is Marcus Freeman. They were in the playoffs last year. They had 2 rough losses at the beginning of this year, but have recovered and looked good. Marcus Freeman is another guy with the kind of mindset you see from Todd Bowles. And I hate to say it, but I'm going to go here. Now, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to show some discipline and not go too far. But Marcus Freeman, Todd Bowles, different attitudes than the typical black coach who quietly and sometimes loudly, in the Deion Sanders case, hang themselves on a cross, claim victimhood status, say they haven't been given a chance, run around and pretend like white coaches are out plotting against them and universities and franchises are out plotting against them. They buy into the ruined rule. They buy into the Rooney Rule. They buy into, unless we're granted special privileges, we can't have success. We can't even get the jobs. This is so unbelievably untrue, unmistakably untrue. These opportunities that have been given, and when you look at football and you look at the history of football, the great players that have dominated this league and dominate the money being paid in the National Football League. None of these players ever needed a handout. We now have 16 black quarterbacks in the National Football League. They're not there by handout. Only Shador is. Everybody else has pretty much earned it. And Shador is not a starter as of yet, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But the players earned it on the field, make enormous money on the field, and somehow the left-wing, godless, secular media has convinced, well, it's different for coaches. You can't earn it as a coach the same way these guys earned it as players. The same NFL owners that will pay Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott $50 and $60 million a year, they're reluctant to pay a black coach, $10 or $15 million a year because of racism. This is a myth and a lie, and it has ruined these black coaches because they have to buy into and participate in that lie. And then once you've bought into it, and it's why these white coaches have more success coaching black kids. You would think that given the scenario and the way the media frames things up, oh man, black coach coaching black kids, oh, it's going to be magic. Kids don't follow victims, and they can smell the victimhood mentality. They can smell the coaches that think, oh, I'm being treated unfairly. And that gives the players license to say, oh, I'm being treated unfairly. And that's one of the main reasons why black players tend to respond better to white coaches, because they don't get to play victim with white coaches as easily as they get to play victim with black coaches who adopt that exact same mentality and reflect that exact same mentality. And so when you see someone like Todd Bowles stand up and tell the media, man, cut this BS out. Me and Mike Tomlin ain't thinking about what color we are when we face each other on the field. And all this, oh, but this representation, and it's extra important because from some woman that knows nothing about football, she's never been in a football locker room and ever had to get in a 3-point stance, a 2-point stance. She has no idea what it takes to win football games. But, oh, Todd, Luke, I need you to play the clip again. Because there's something stupid the woman said that escaping me for this brief moment. And I want to reflect on it again. Play the clip again.
You and Mike Tomlin are two of the few black head coaches in the league. I wonder what your relationship is like with them and your thoughts on Steve Wilks joining that fold.
I have a very good relationship with Tomlin. We don't look at what color we are when we coach against each other. We just know each other. I have a lot of
Can we hit pause?
very good white friends that coach in this league as
Can
well.
we hit pause? What he's saying is like, you think me and Mike Tomlin have a relationship based on skin color. It's a retarded thought. You go look at the data. Go look at like, oh, black guy sees another black guy, they're BFF. Well, ask the Crips and the Bloods if that's true. Ask the disciples and vice lords if that's true. Ask a black man and a black woman and the divorce rate among black people. Ask them if that's true. Based on skin color, we just get along. And then the stupid white woman comes in. That was a stupid man. Then the stupid white woman comes in and says, oh, you just guys got so much in common. You grew up together. You grew up just alike. Black people grow up just alike everywhere. Let's continue with the clip. Let the stupid white woman air her opinion.
Deal as far as us coaching against each other, I think it's normal. Wilkes got an opportunity to do a good job. Hopefully he does it. And we coach ball. We don't look at color.
But you also understand that representation matters too, right? And that when aspiring coaches or even football
we hit
players,
pause
they
again?
see you guys.
Could you imagine being this condescending? You're sitting there as this liberal white woman, but you do understand. I mean, come on, Negro, you do understand. I mean, I give Todd Bowles a lot of credit because I said, what do I understand? I do understand you need to be in a kitchen somewhere making me a sandwich.